All right, hello everybody. It is live on KEXP. I'm your host, Troy Nelson, from listener-powered, independent 90.3 FM, KEXP in Seattle and 92.7 in San Francisco. We are streaming 24/7 at kexp.org and our free mobile apps. And these live performances are made possible by people just like you. So thank you for supporting KEXP. This is very exciting because today we're going to play a game of can the KEXP live room stay intact after this performance? I bring to all of you the Armed.
Everyone's an alien, soaked to glow, decaying skin, rounded up oblivion, fused the life of mannequin. Break to get violent now! Break to get violent now! Break to get violent now! Broken, weak, right! Everyone's an alien, rounded glow, decaying skin, rounded up oblivion.
Yes, it's the Armed live on KEXP.
Why? From a screen on the couch. Well, somebody take the lunch, cause I wanna leave the house, the house, the house, the house. Because I am not these radiant children. The class can't play the canyon. These bad life for billions. What's up the shopping mall? Meals are shuttered. Self-image through a filter that looks less of a bastard. This is not your fault. Nothing is your fault. If everything's your illusion, baby, we are cunts.
Fantastic. You're listening to The Armed live on KEXP.
So impressed with all you do. Try so hard to be like you. Flew too high and burnt the wings. Lost my faith in everything. Look around, divine debris. Taste the wealth of hate in me. Shadow skin succumbed if this machine is obsolete. The back of the side, the far away is a place where I hide and where I say, tried to say, I tried to ask, I needed to, all alone, by myself, where were you, how could I ever think, it's funny how everything was told wouldn't change, it's different now and just like you would always say, we'll make it through. Then my head fell apart. Where the fuck were you?
An absolutely explosive set from the Armed here in the KEXP studios. Lots of people in this band. Thank you all so much for taking the time to do this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I was going to ask how's the tour going, but this is the very beginning.
Yeah, we did some East Coast dates a couple weeks ago, and now we're doing the West Coast.
What can people expect of these shows this time around from the Armed?
Hopefully the unexpected.
Expected.
No, I mean, we're trying to, open it up and play it pretty fast and loose.
Yeah.
And I think it feels really, it's fun for us.
Yeah. There's so much energy going on.
Yeah, I hope it's fun for people too. But no, I mean, we want it to feel like, a little dangerous and fun and not as, on the rails is what life has become for a lot of
We'll call it beautiful chaos.
Yeah.
I love that.
All good stuff.
I love the sound. Going all the way back to the very beginnings of this project, can you tell us about the band that led to starting this band, the band Slicer Dicer?
Oh, wow. Sure. Yeah, I mean, that's a deep cut. That was some friends in Dearborn, Michigan, playing some punk music that kind of eventually just sort of turned into this a little bit loosely, kind of, sort of.
How long ago was that?
Oh God, 20 years now, probably.
Wow, yeah.
We were children.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And look at the evolution of this project. And as far as some of the things that have inspired you, what can you tell us about the importance of the record label American Tapes?
Oh, I mean, American Tapes is awesome. That's a massive influence to, in particular, Kenny and I, being the sole remaining Detroiters, and Chris, who's not in the room right now. But that kind of shaped, I think, a lot of where we get our ideas about sonics and our treatment of the sonic field, the idea of fidelity, the idea of format as part of the art. I think there's a really binary expectation in rock and roll music, because I mean, this it's crazy music, but it's still categorized as pop music, pop rock in record stores sometimes.
Right.
And I think that there is a very binary expectation for what records should sound like, even within the most exciting versions of production. And a label like American Tapes really can warp your mind if you're getting into that stuff when you're 15. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you're just listening to a 4-cylinder engine recorded onto a cassette tape, and just kind of going from there. It really changes your ideas of again, using format, using production as a part of the presentation of the art beyond just we want it to sound garagey or we want it to sound super high fidelity. There's a lot more than that, and I think it's just sort of thinking about things more like a visual art project. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where there's a lot more freedom in the consideration of the presentation of the art.
And when capturing the sound of the Armed, when recording, can you tell our listeners that may not be familiar with back in the days when you would actually sneak a laptop into a Guitar Center and record while they're open?
Yeah, so our first record, These Are Lights, we had no money. And Kurt Ballou was kind enough to do so much for us on that record. And he he mixed it for us. He did a lot of he reamped all our guitars and did so much and answered probably 1,000 emails from very, very, very stupid, very young people. And because we didn't have anything, any resources, any decent instruments or something, we would go to Guitar Center with my little MacBook, and not in maybe an apogee duet. We spent all the money that we had, $600 on an apogee duet. And we would just go into Guitar Center and like, if we didn't have a guitar that had like a whammy bar and stuff, and we would just go, use like, some kind of crazy looking Ibanez or Les Paul or something, in that room.
And just pull it off
and
the
we
wall.
would just, because, it's just, if you just go in very confidently doing those types of things, people give you a few minutes, and then eventually are like, okay, what the fuck is going on? And then they kick you out. But by that time, we got what we needed.
You laid down the whammy bar part.
Yeah.
Before they can kick you out.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you're like,
Yeah.
I don't have a whammy bar guitar at home, so let's go to Guitar Center, set up the laptop, the recording interface, plug in, and hurry up before they catch us.
Exactly.
That's about as DIY as I've ever heard. That's absolutely fantastic.
Resourceful, man.
Yeah. Well, your shows are absolutely electric. You've gained such a following over all these years, so I couldn't recommend The Armed more to everybody out there that loves live music and spontaneity and just, like we said, beautiful chaos. So we thank you so much for bringing that beautiful chaos here to the KEXP studios.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Yes. And I want to thank you, the viewers, the listeners, for supporting KEXP so we can bring you these live sessions, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel for tons of experiences like this one. And KEXP is a nonprofit arts organization, and the music that you find here is made possible by individual donor support. So thank you again. And The Armed, thank you once again for being here.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.